and welcome to the Broken Eggs Club.
We are a clown, a therapist, and an actor, helping you find the laughs and levity in your shitty breakups and your unfruitful situationships. Because you know what they say, you have to laugh at a few shit break journal entries to crack a smile. That'll do.
You got there.
That'll
They'll pick it up.
And you have to crack a few omelettes.
You have to crack a few
big
omelettes.
egg.
Oh, that's
one big
right.
egg.
You have to crack a few hearts to make an omelette, and you have to laugh at a few shitty journal entries to crack a smile. There we go.
Exquisite.
We got there.
We got there.
It's been a long week. Tell us what you've been up to.
What have we been up to? What have we been up to?
Well, we actually did get to have some like non-podcast time together, which was very nice.
We did. We had the most wonderful time
terribly
last week.
sorry.
Well, to be fair, it was because I was struggling with some, suspect ADHD symptoms, and Sweet Esther here understands the pain. And
you are
yes,
a potential babe,
a
basically.
potential ADHD babe.
I've had a diagnosis. These two are both. It's pretty likely.
I'm diagnosed.
Yours as
I'm diagnosed.
well.
Yes.
Okay, I just wasn't invited to the ADHD party.
I'm so sorry.
That's
Next
okay.
time we'll.
That's
I'll
fine.
take the tap end.
I think listeners might have picked up on this anyway from the scrambled nature of this pod.
Sorry,
But anyway, so I went over to Esther's and we ended up having a naked bath.
Yes.
Which it's been so for context, listeners, naked bath isn't just a regular bath; it's a sacred time. Transcendental, I think, is the word that we used whilst in the bath.
Yeah.
That you have with your mates, and it's not a sexual thing, not at all. It's completely sexless.
You're just naked.
The mask is not on.
The mask is not completely
But we're going
unsheathed.
to some deep chats.
Well, I think this is the amazing thing about it, because when you strip down, you've got no place to go but your deepest, darkest vulnerabilities.
And if you don't like eye contact, you can just look at each other's nipples.
Absolutely. And the wonderful chats we have about body positivity, and I think we've absolutely wrung out a few big upsets and traumas in naked bath.
And but specifically talking about ADHD trauma in the bath. And I know what you're thinking. Were we naked? No. We were in Star Wars party hats.
We were in Star Wars party hats.
We were in Star Wars party hats.
Thank God you answered that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is fair enough, because as you know, I'm not a naked friend.
No,
we were
you're
talking
not
about
a
this.
naked friend.
Are you the naked friend, or are you the non-naked friend in a naked group? You know your role. You know
that is an interesting question though, because I think there is often the more naked and the less naked in every friendship group, for sure. I mean, I think we're both pretty naked. Aren't we?
These guys love to be naked.
Any excuse to whap out.
I'll have a chat to you whilst I'm fighting for my life, putting on a bra.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
But I think that when you do engage in naked bath, you very quickly just come to appreciate that bodies are literally just slabs of meat.
Yeah, but
you know,
we have to call it naked bath, because it is making me not want to engage in naked bath.
Well,
what about bath time with friends?
We're
No,
all
that's
just
worse.
harmless.
that sounds
bath time
very
with my
suspect.
divas.
I think
bath time with friends. Oh God!
I think bottom line is we're all just lumps of Play-Doh that need to get in the bath and have a chat.
Hell yeah, that's lovely.
Okay,
I genuinely
have
would
a
say,
chat
though,
with your friends naked in the bath.
It is therapy in a form.
I
think it's very therapeutic,
is.
and you work through all the biggest creases when you're naked.
I feel really touched.
Yes.
Maybe what could happen is you guys do naked bath and I'll watch.
With a clip. Do you stand by that?
Yeah, I'll do you know when you're a kid and your mum comes in and just sits on the toilet. She's like,
Yes.
we've got to have a big talk.
Will the dressing gown be on over your clothes?
Yeah, and I'll be wearing
girls,
a really
lasagna's going to be ready in 5.
Yeah, with a really unseamly slipper. Yeah.
Incredible.
I'll come in and fold my hands and not really look at you.
I would
and then
love
right at
that.
the end, I'll go, "You've grown so much."
Oh, why is everything you're saying sounding creepy now? I'm sorry.
No bath time for me.
Let's move
Let's move on from
But
bath chat.
I also have to apologise for my hat, which just says Croatia, because I lost my main hat. Went to Croatia, and this was the first hat that I saw. Lovely place. Go to Split if you can. But my main hat was actually, and this will feed us nicely into some slightly deeper territory this week. So when my dad passed away, weren't expecting that. Sorry. not the Mr. Bean.
That wasn't Mr. Bean.
He wasn't beamed up.
That wasn't.
Who?
No, that was just generic, sort of ethereal atmosphere music.
This did not go how that should have gone.
I'm so terribly sorry. Whenever you talk about your dad, I won't try and sing.
No,
to
because
make
I thought it was
atmosphere.
Mr. Bean. I loved it. But my father had a hat, but that he never wore it. He passed away many years ago now. He never wore this hat. So I was like, I'll
Still
wear
had
it.
labels on.
Because it still had labels on. Because I was like, I'll wear his cap because this isn't actually too sentimental because it wasn't an item of clothing that he actually wore. It's just something he didn't get round to wearing. Quite sad. Anyway, so I was like, I'm going to wear that. I lose everything. I held on to it for 10 years and then I just got off the bus one day and I just watched it pull away from me. So I had to resort to Croatia. I think
That's
that's by
really
the way,
sad.
that's my impression of being Alicia Dixon, one of the greatest to ever do it.
It's quite a good impression, to be fair.
I love her so much. So yeah, I just watched this hat pull away from me, and I keep getting messages from TFL being like, "We haven't found it. We haven't
letting
found
you
it,
know.
but we're still looking."
More disappointment for
More
you.
disappointment, and in many ways, whilst grieving is its own kind of breakup, it comes with those
Absolutely.
emotions. I think it takes us nicely into what we're going to chat about this week, which is kind of
Yeah.
those familial goodbyes, or the goodbyes linked to childhood. A different kind of breakup episode.
Well, I would say that they're connected more in the sense that they happen in the same part of the brain.
They do. It's loss. It's
Yes.
grieving. You're mourning
Whether
no
you're
one,
saying goodbye to the hat on the bus.
and you're
or-
mourning them not being there anymore. ultimately.
Exactly.
Acceptance as well. That's part of
Yeah.
the journey.
And I would say the grief feels the same sometimes for situations that are completely different. The grief still bites. And like, I realised this week that I had to let go of my childhood because, one, I changed my first Hoover bag yesterday.
Oh, well done. Well done. That's big.
I know, and it was.
Babe, I'm so proud of you.
I've never done that.
It's
Sorry.
awful. But when you do it, you realise, shit, I'm now an adult and like, things are serious now.
Peter Pan drifting out the window.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the second I changed that Hoover bag, things changed. And I found out from my dad while sitting in a Costa in Sainsbury's in Herne Bay.
That's a lot of things to be saying.
Yeah, I just wanted you to have the visuals.
Did
where
you at least get a
necessary.
good toasty?
No toasty. Dad did have a millionaire flapjack.
They are good.
I had my first bisexual iced latte.
Oh, well done.
Wait,
And
sorry, why was it
Big
bisexual?
news.
Because bisexuals...
Just the bisexual.
And I am bisexual. But bisexuals love iced coffee.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
I
we're
didn't
holding.
realise- okay.
Sorry, can I just say we're holding the listeners to suspense about what my dad is about to tell me. But my dad told me over an iced latte and a flapjack and a millionaire shortbread that he's going to sell my family childhood home.
Oh.
Yes,
That's
it's been sold. We've got 2 months to get rid of a lot of shit.
So it's literally been sold.
It's been sold.
That's really hard.
Hun.
Did he wait till they'd... I mean, I'm guessing it's also quite hard to know when you tell your children about something like that. So they had to be a bit further down the line, I imagine, before bringing it to you.
Well, I mean, I don't know when he was planning on doing it, but I think I did wonder why, there were sweet treats in front of us.
Yeah.
So,
What was your initial reaction when he told you?
I was like, I'm fine. I'm an adult. I'm 31 years old. I'm going to be okay. And then the tears started coming and my dad felt really bad.
Well, 'cause
That's
it's not-
basically how it went.
Yeah, because it's not just about the home, is it? It's about all the memories behind it. And
memories.
you've
Yes.
been in that home for as long as I've known you.
Yes.
And it's so entwined with your identity and all of the stories and the nostalgia.
It's an
big fucking
ADHD
deal.
palace because my mum
I'm gonna
one
fucking-
day...
it's a maze, that house.
It's a maze because
Esther's
my mum...
family, who I've not met but heard many stories about, are just extraordinary fodder
Weasleys.
for stories. Yeah, you guys are the
Yeah.
Weasleys.
ADHD
Amazing.
Weasleys.
Yes.
The ADHD weasels.
Not the
That's
wee-
the most perfect way of describing them.
Not that we support that show, but
Oh,
Yeah.
listen. That because my mum, she would do things like go to a scrap heap, find a bathtub, come home with it, put it in the bathroom. She'd find a stained glass window, cut a hole in the wall, put that stained glass window in the wall. One time there was butterflies trapped in the ceiling of the kitchen, so she got someone to come around and put a window in so the butterfly could escape.
oh, Oh,
I never knew that. That's so wholesome.
Yeah.
no.
Whole-
So
That's
how do you
actually so
feel?
sweet.
Sort of, is there? I imagine right now you're in the stage of having to reckon with saying goodbye. But do you like the idea of kind of passing on those memories to someone eventually?
Well, I do, but it's sort of like I do kind of see saying goodbye to the house as a breakup in the sense that like I know that that house is going to start seeing new people, and I'm like, it's fine. That's all right. I'm worried that if I get drunk, I'm going to call the landline and be like, hey, babe, do you still think about me? I bet that new bitch Hoover's better than I did.
I'm not even going to walk past your place anymore. Don't call me. Don't call me back with Ruth.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it feels the same. I think what's been interesting. I'm sorry, I'm just going to cover my breasts a bit more.
Yeah, because this is we're getting serious.
Yeah, we're getting serious. The cleavage is going away. It's weird because after I found out the news, it definitely pierced the same part of my brain that going through a breakup did. Like that whole thing of, oh my goodness, that's a place and a time and a box of memories that I have to like let go of. And you gather this idea of it being a safe space, and you've laughed there, you've cried there, you've maybe had no, I've not had sex there, but but you but I don't even think I have. Not in that like poorly made
home.
bunk bed, thank you very much.
No, and it's absolutely fucking freezing in like lower flat. Like that's not good for the
I don't know.
A
libido.
cold bunk bed is not necessarily where you want to have a shag.
No.
But it could also be a very intimate space. Anyway,
But it, you know, that sense of sort of when somebody leaves your life, it's like a chapter ending, but especially if they are your sort of constant. And for you, I do feel like that house has been such a constant, even though when your life has been chaotic and you've been in London or you've been doing different jobs and seeing different people, there's always kind of been the fallback of your home. And it's even like, you know, it's ingrained in is one of my constants, I think, as well. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, you know, I remember we had my 18th birthday in that house, and the neighbours got upset because we were blaring Lord of the Rings while on the trampoline at 2 a.m.
Was that when we ate the jelly?
this is why you didn't have any sex
Yes.
in that house.
Exactly.
Or at all at age 18.
How dare you?
Sorry, my cackle. I really made myself laugh with that one. How are you feeling about saying goodbye? Are you thinking you want to do as many trips as possible before it goes, or are you thinking you'll do one big goodbye tour?
Well, I sort of, when it comes to breakups, I prefer a bit of a ramp rather than you've broken up, you've thrown his stuff out the window and it's bye-bye.
Yeah.
Because with my first breakup, I remember we had a bath and watched The Apprentice. Like,
Afterwards.
After the breakup.
That's very
yeah,
healing.
like several meetups after the breakup. So much bath content this week. Several meetups after. So, and that sort of helped me bit by bit transition, whereas then the breakup after was a lot more of like a now you see me, now you don't.
Snap,
and like
yeah.
so I think for me, I'm able to gauge how to say goodbye to my family home through my breakups. And I think probably like having little moments, maybe even the day trips down to Dorset, and then have one fuck off massive party.
Yeah, I was going to say...
We
Yeah.
should have one more massive party, one massive blowout.
Wreck the house so no one else can enjoy it.
And well,
No, I'm joking.
on that note, guys, I think it's time for us to take a very quick break, after which we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Sam Rhodes, one of the co-founders of LAFS, the London Arts Facilitation Society. If you're enjoying watching or listening to any of this content, we'd really like you to donate a little bit of cash to help us build access to all of this wonderful stuff for working class people from all over England. You can go to laughs.org.uk to donate as little as £1 a month to help us keep the lights on and help us make lovely art, podcasts, comedy specials and even professional wrestling for you at home. laughs.org.uk. Donate today. Go on, do it for the laughs.
Welcome back.
Sure.
Eggs have been cracked. We had a little break, and now we're going to get back to some house chat.
Moving house.
Moving house chat. Losing family homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were kind of saying that when you get older, I sort of feel like every house holds a different part of your identity, especially obviously first family home, then you live with friends for the first time, you might go to uni, you might kind of move cities and then live by yourself. So obviously I lived in Elle's flat before Elle lived in her flat, which also feels like a very kind of safe, formative space. I really love that tiny little place.
Visited that
Up all those stairs, that little crack.
Honestly, that flight of stairs is absolutely hellish,
Mad.
mate. Like, I don't know how you did it.
But there
Although
was
you
a
do have very
time-
strong quads. Always
my
had very strong
piston
quads.
legs.
Your little piston legs.
But
by
I
the way.
basically, I don't know, moving out of that place, as much as I was excited to be moving in with my partner, was actually more doable because I knew that you were moving in. I felt like I didn't have to say goodbye altogether.
Yeah.
Which is obviously not something you can really do with your childhood home. But
No.
you can't be like, I'll make sure we pass this on to some friends.
No.
You can't really be doing that. But it just made me think about the nature of all of those places. They live in me very close to the surface. I don't know about you, but if you think about a place that you've lived, and you've lived in some great places and still do.
I mean, yeah, no, I've lived in so many places because in my early 20s I was getting fired and moving.
Being a creative is so good, you guys.
Oh no, being a live-in nanny has its trials and tribulations because if you, for example, leave the front door open and the...
So you were like an irresponsible Nanny McPhee.
I was...
Did you leave the front door? Did the children go out the front door?
no, they didn't go out the front door. But I left with the children and I left the front door open in Chelsea. And the neighbour grasped me up to the...
Sorry, fuck that neighbour. What the hell?
Also, I feel like there aren't many thefts in Chelsea.
We don't know, but I would imagine there'd be more because it's quite a wealthy area, no?
Oh no, that's true. Kind of like in what's the Christmas film? Very Nice House.
Not what I thought you were going to
You
say.
thinking about Home Alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hadn't put pin tacks on the floor before I left the door open, so of course it was a big issue, and I lost my job.
Yeah, you didn't nearly kill the thievers?
The thievers.
But there weren't even thievers, though. Nothing happened, right?
No,
What, in
nothing
Home
happened.
Alone?
The neighbour just
Not in this.
ratted me out, and also embarrassed me because when I left the house, the kids were tantruming, which is why I left the front door open. I was trying to strap them into their pushchairs whilst they were doing the sort of exorcism move, you know, when they just make
They're
their...
so smart. They're so
Yes.
smart. They really do.
They
I've
curve
seen it.
their spine so that you can't strap them in, and it meant that I left the front door open. And then I was going on a play date with other nannies and other children, and I was there doing my best Mary Poppins, like making sure all the kids were entertained, and I could tell all the nannies look at me like, oh, she's so brilliant. And then I get a phone call from the mum and she's like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm fired.
Did you? I would have denied it. Plausible deniability. The
No.
neighbour might just be bitter.
What, was it the cat that left the door open?
Oh yeah, no, I forgot. So
Yeah.
she went back to no. But
She was in
wouldn't-
Scotland.
So she wouldn't have known. So you could have just been like, your neighbour. I've been meaning to tell you about your neighbour. Like really bad egg. Really bad egg.
Really
Makes up
bad
lies.
egg.
Big lying problem.
Yep. yeah.
I do feel though
Big
like
problem.
I feel though that that shouldn't be a firing offence. I feel like that's a yellow card issue. Like
the kids love you too. It's about the kids.
A reprimand is
Yeah,
fair,
absolutely.
but not a firing. That I don't.
I mean,
know.
I did also climb over the wall drunk once.
Oh, okay.
But
We needed the context.
yeah.
Sorry, the way
no,
that
actually,
the way that our sound guy's head dipped into his hand. Vanessa just said that.
He was like, there it is.
yeah, but I was 21 and I'm 31, so it was a different time in my life, really.
That's a decade of things.
Now we're
Yeah.
responsible adults that just have naked baths and Star Wars hats.
Exactly.
You know? So everything's
We're
changed.
changed.
I am not part of that.
So true. And actually buying a house.
When taking it back to your childhood home.
Yes.
Obviously, when we have a breakup, I'm bringing it down there. You can't often say goodbye to people depending on how they want things to be. Like you said, one of your breakups was kind of
Yeah.
out of sight, out of mind. But you will be able to say something to your house. I'm not a particularly spiritual person in that sense, but when you go back, do you think that there's anything you want to leave it with? Whether that's physical and you're going to do a little scoring your name in somewhere, or you just want to leave and have like, there's a specific feeling that you want to leave with?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing I'm like the most scared about is the closing the door for the last time.
Oh, that went through me. I'm so sorry. That's actually...
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
that's
hate
hard.
goodbyes in films. Like, if there's a goodbye in a film, you best believe I am making my popcorn wet with tears. I hate goodbyes in films. And this is a big goodbye.
Oh, it's a massive goodbye, babe.
Sorry, I'm trying to reach for you. I like really half-heartedly was like, no, I'm sorry, that's
And my dad's hoping to leave the cats there for the new owners.
No, really?
No, he's going to take them. He is the dad that like didn't ever want pets, but now he makes them little houses out of cardboard boxes from Lidl.
He can't be without those
But you know
cats.
what?
No.
Maybe the cats are the physical embodiment of the house, right? He's making them little hats. And like, as long as he's making those cats little
Okay,
hats.
you added the bit about the hats. He makes them houses out of hats. Whilst he's
I heard
my
he's making the
dad does
cats
not
little
make hats for my cats.
But
Dr.
Cesty, I
Zeus
feel-
is different.
I do feel though that probably the person who's given the most lovely advice on this was what our friend said in the chat.
Catherine.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out Cathers, great gal.
She mentioned, and I might be really poorly misquoting her, but how we carry our homes on our backs like a shell with a snail with a shell. I just butchered
Yeah.
that.
It was so close.
But the
It was so
the
close.
testament, the sentiment is
Yeah.
there, and I do think there's so much truth in that because that poem, it will always be a part of you, and it's part of all of us. It's a part of our whole identity as a friendship group, and that's never going to change. That's never going to fade. We're always going to have those beautiful memories, those fond memories, and also we can go back. We can go sit in the park.
We can
and
go
look at
throw
your
eggs
house
at
like
the
it's
house.
I'd
good.
also like to add, I don't know if we've said this before, but yes, so Elle and Esther, oh, sweetheart, you look, you're a beautiful crier. Look at that single tear. You're not going to get that on any other podcast.
Sorry,
Can we do a close-up
I've seen
of my
Esther cry
single
many
tear?
a time. It's not normally this beautiful.
How dare you?
It is not.
Sorry, you've formally told me that I was a pretty crier.
You're a beautiful
Rob,
crier.
that is
Thank
also
you.
what people
Thank
say
you.
to people when they're crying.
No,
to make
come
them feel
on, she's
better
hot.
for the fact that they're crying.
She's very
When
hot.
I make some sort of CV of skills, I'm going to list that I'm a pretty crier.
Single tear, pretty cry. But I was going to say, Elle and Esther grew up together. When I first met their friendship group, it was like stepping into Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging. That's the name of the book, not the film, but I love the film also. They are like the Ace Gang. I was immediately envious. Like you're so mad. They're like sort of like strange old men. They've developed a little
Oh, yeah.
language, but also they're just all the best and the funniest people that you've ever met. You're never going to hear me say this again, so I won't.
Oh,
But what I was
thank
going
you.
to say is that knowing your friendship group and knowing that the memories, some that you've made that I know of, that I wish I didn't know of, and many, and many that I'm glad I do know of, I have no doubt that you will continue to carry that feeling of home.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Around
And
thank
we
you.
really can. We can sit in Broadstone Rec with some tinnies and go on the swings and talk about boys and our fear of willies and
yeah, we did
recreate all
that
of that
when we
same
were
energy.
That's the
17.
good stuff. Some
Yeah.
things don't change.
We can recreate it all.
Yeah, we don't need the
can.
house for that.
But I'm proud of you. And,
Yes, very proud of you.
yeah.
Thank you. I mean, to answer your question, I'm hoping to get that stained glass window out of the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know
that
if it
sounds-
will like really devalue the house because maybe the person buying it was like, hate the house, love the stained glass window.
That is the kind of thing I would do, actually, if
Yeah.
I was viewing property. Yeah,
But-
that window's yours. I think you deserve to take that window.
Yeah.
I don't think you will be able to. though,
Take the
right?
window.
I'm going to take the window.
That's not the point. Anyway.
I'm
Cool
going
in,
to have
cool in.
the
Should Esther
window.
take the window?
Yeah.
And if
On the
somebody
landline, preferably.
buys a house in Dorset and there's a hole in the wall, don't tell them it was me. No,
Oh, that
it
feels
wasn't
like a
me.
nice point to end on. Maybe.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, yeah. So you asked me a question about like saying goodbye to the house, and I think I'm deeply not a spiritual person in the sense that if you ask me for my star sign, I will tell you it's Wallace and Gromit.
Both of them.
Both they are essential to each other. But like in terms of saying goodbye to a family home, I think you kind of have to put your stoicism to one side and really do have that moment where you're like, you know, like, thank you for all of the memories, or something cliche like that.
Yeah.
You got to get some cliches out when you're saying goodbye to your family home, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I think
Yeah.
you really do. I also would do something really weird, like I'd go into a room and like maybe like do a fart and then just like leave
That's
it
a brilliant
and be
idea.
Like, that's all
I love
there
that.
to last time.
Tonally, that's more me.
Lowered the tone.
And
I figured you would like that.
tonally, that's more
but
me.
I actually mean that in quite a sweet way, in a maybe not a maybe like a kiss sweet way. Don't clip that. I mean more like yeah, I like the idea that something that's not tangible.
Can I
could be
make
left
a
in the
slightly
air.
different suggestion?
Yes.
Sorry, you got something better than
Thank
fart
you for
room?
memory, doing a fart in a room. What have you got?
Well, I was going to say, why don't you write the house a letter and maybe tuck it under a floorboard for somebody to find in the
sorry,
future?
I was trying to think of
There
something
is a
that's like
creepy
spray
room
your
under the floorboards.
perfume.
We could leave some letters.
That's better.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Or fart and run.
Or fart and run.
And with that,
Do you know what? There's some really good acoustics in the bathroom, so I think I'll just go in there and say goodbye.
Yeah.
that was stunning.
Oh.
Circa
beautiful,
the
to be
Von
fair.
Traps, if they
Yeah.
were tipsy.
Yeah.
Actually, before we go, I wanted to shout out the milk drinkers.
Oh, yes, the milk
I really wanted to give a bit of love to the milk drinkers because in one of the previous episodes, we did sound like we were coming for them.
Oh no, we were. I stand by everything I said.
But what I really, really want to compliment and applaud is their passion.
Yeah, I have to say, you guys, you showed up. You were very funny about it, and my friend's boyfriend said sometimes you just want to drink a cold, smooth liquid.
Oh,
And whilst that's terrible to hear, I really respect it. I respect that you love your pint of white stuff. I think it's weird. You guys, but I had a lot of close friends of all genders. I thought it was going to be mainly men message me and be like, I love my milk. I love my milk. And this, given that this podcast is about either holding on to or saying goodbye to the things that you love, for now you guys are holding on to that
Stop
milk.
breastfeeding if you're 17, I think is the bottom line.
Try a bit of boob milk though.
But I did want to, bring a bit of love to these guys because they were like, so the comments are, I absolutely love a glass of milk, especially in the evening. And then we've got, milk drinkers will conquer the world and nobody will be able to stop them on account of their weak bones.
Excellent.
I love
Excellent.
that.
You're right. Your calcium will be incredible.
Exactly. I'm inspired. And then we've got, cold milk is banging. What are you on about?
That one really made me laugh because there was a sort of Passag laughing face, and I was like, you know what? I respect this one the most because I would say that if someone was like, what do you mean fart in a room and run?
Yeah.
I'd be like, haha, you don't do that too.
I know. I love the undertone of aggression. And then we've got, I am the greatest milk drinker in the universe. I'm a big fan of your work, Natty.
Love you, Natty.
And then we've got a full swig out of a milk bottle so cold that you rattle your teeth equals my elixir of life.
Oh,
Again,
wow.
you know yourself, and I've got to respect that.
But also that image that you've painted there is quite delicious, actually.
Yeah.
That is making me want a little. No, I still don't think.
Remember
I
when
could.
we had it out of
Shall we
cartons?
Go to the pub and have a glass of milk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're going to go and do that and say goodbye properly to Esther's childhood home. In the meantime,
Have a
we
little
hope that if
cry.
there's anything you have to say goodbye to this week, that you can do so with love and grace, and if nothing else, with a big pint of milk in your hand.
Amen
Absolutely.
to
Amen to
that.
that.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.